my name is Lorraine Dewison and I manage the registration service for Northumberland. Today we're holding a wedding fair. We usually, at our wedding fairs, we have 2 a year, we usually get about 300 people or more through the doors. It's a very busy event and it supports local suppliers. About 60% of our weddings come from outside of the county, so we're hoping that people will come along and support local businesses and shop local. I have a team of about 50 staff and they conduct about 1,700 weddings a year across the county. We have 4 register offices and 72 venues, so you can imagine that's a very busy operation. But today is a great day, everybody enjoys themselves. We have lots of good feedback, and what we're doing is we're hoping that we work in partnership with our colleagues here at the Town Hall and our venues and suppliers to help bring business into Northumberland and create what we call wedding tourism, because about £23 million is generated every year into local businesses from weddings, people spending on cars and hotels and dresses and all the things that you buy for a wedding.
In the years that you've worked in the registration service, you must have seen things change a lot. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I've worked in the service since 1992 and I've seen things change radically, so it's been a really exciting time, the best time really, because what we've been able to do is bring a new feel for registration services. Gone are the days where you marry over a solicitor's desk. Today people want, and quite rightly demand, more of us, and we try and rise to the challenge every time. Every couple wants something different, and if we can personalise every ceremony to make it very, very special, then we do that. And we get fabulous feedback, and the fact that 60% of the people come from outside of the area is a testament to how good our teams are. So I've been in the service before venues could be licensed, and now that's our main business. Over the years I've seen a huge change, both in style, what people want to do. People want to do something different, as I said, and that's why we have lots of different venues, because there's something there for every taste and every budget. We have collieries, we have museums, we have country houses, stately homes, we have barns.
So what's the most unusual place that you've conducted a wedding?
Well, I think the most unusual would be probably a theatre, and that's where people gave theatre tickets to all their guests, and they bought them in a coach, and they wanted the whole experience to be in a theatre. I think that was my most sort of it was very different, yes.
And are there any weddings that stick out for other reasons particularly, that might have been held in difficult circumstances, floods or fires or?
Yes, sadly when Morpeth flooded back in 2008 we had 25 weddings that day, and we managed to conduct 24 of them under exceptional circumstances. And sadly people couldn't get from A to B, the A1 was closed, but the staff rose to the challenge, and there were stories of staff flagging down corn lorries and hitching rides up the A1, and friends and family coming out to help to lend 4x4 cars. It was a very difficult day, but like I say, everybody got married apart from one couple who we managed to get to the following Sunday. So that's a day I'd really like to forget. Yeah. But there's lots of funny stories, and if you ask registrars, they've always got a funny story to tell. We did a wedding on a farm, and the horse decided he liked the bride's bouquet, and he ate the top of the bride's bouquet. That was another funny one. But yes, and it has to be a special day, and we're mindful of that. We like to try and make that possible for every couple.
Weddings, of course, are traditionally expensive affairs. Has that changed? Are people spending more on weddings or less, or are they looking for something different?
Yes, and weddings are expensive. I think what I've seen certainly more recently since the recession is people ask the cost now, where there was a time when people didn't ask the cost. It was a blank cheque almost. That time has gone, and people want value for money, and we appreciate that and hope that we give them that value for money. People spend on average, we're told, about £16,000 on their wedding. and that's for everything in terms of accommodation and dresses and all those things. So that's how important wedding business is coming into the local economy, and it brings footfall into the high street.
Traditionally, it was always the father of the bride who paid for the wedding, but has that changed a little bit?
I think you will find that there's a much more sort of modern approach where both families are chipping in, and lots of couples who now are paying for their own wedding. So again, that's why cost is important, and it's very much a family affair. So there's venues across Northumberland that you hire for the whole weekend, and all the family come along, and it's not just a one-day celebration, it can be a whole weekend or even a week.